Yes, guys, I'm aMayesingGamer, and welcome back to another Pillars of the Earth episode. Today we're going to be looking for Jack, and then we're going to go from there. I just got the great news that I failed one of my math exams, so now I am failing the class. Oh, that's some great, great feeling for me. But we're gonna play some video games to ignore it.
For one, let me draw your attention to the magnificent songbird on the table. And then to that wondrous donkey next to the entrance. On second thought, why don't you save the lady for last? Otherwise, the other two devices might appear bland and boring in comparison.
I agree.
Although, the most astounding thing of all stands right between them. That statuette? Ha, precisely. But, one thing at a time, let us let Jack decide what to demonstrate first.
No, it's too heavy.
And now, Jack... It's so beautiful it will make you cry. Just listen. Well, how marvelous!
How does it work?
Maybe it's a miracle.
Right.
Go on, Jack. Tell them.
There's a hidden wheel inside the box. It turns an axle that in return raises and drops a sequence of small cylinders inside. These cylinders work like fingers playing a flute.
But who is blowing into the flute?
Steam.
Steam?
Yes. When I opened the pipe, it gradually pushed itself into the tube.
The power of steam. For once, I must agree, this is brilliant.
Of course! It was created by a Muslim after all.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What else have you got, Rashid?
Anyone care for some tea?
Thank you, my daughter. We will have some as soon as Jack has finished our presentation.
Mind if I watch?
Of course not.
So, who is this man, Rashid?
Jack is a friend of the house. A brilliant man, a scholar and a talented artist. Just the other day, he explained Euclid to me.
What is that?
I could watch this man scoop up water all day.
A Greek who wrote a book called The Elements of Geometry. The Egyptians translated it into Arabic, and now the Englishmen are turning it into Latin. Now, watch the head. Just any moment now. There. Did you see?
It threw up.
Rashid, this is disgusting.
Oh, far from it. Would you kindly explain how it works, Jack?
You see that bowl floating on top of the water? At the bottom of that bowl is a small hole. Through it, the bowl is slowly filled with liquid. Once it's full, it sinks, pulling a string which makes the ball drop onto a weight. This, in return, pulls the bowl up again, emptying it in the process.
Thus resetting the entire mechanism.
If you timed it perfectly, you could make it drop a ball at every hour.
Turning it into a clock. How clever.
For me, it's still nothing more than a puking donkey.
Show us more, Rashid.
One could join those two and build a singing donkey clock. One song after every hour.
That would be pretty clever.
I know, right? You could be the one to build it.
Oh, that would be unfair. It's your invention.
I would let you have it. Or we design it together.
You still haven't shown us that statuette yet.
Of course. Jack, if you may.
How very peculiar.
Oh, you will love this. Just watch.
Cold.
And now?
Just be patient, but don't look away. It takes some time for her to...
To do what?
Is it crying?
Isn't that amazing?
No, it's irritating. Rashid, what is going on?
It's a mystery.
Rashid, please.
We all know that there is no such thing as a man-made miracle.
And this piece of wood is very clearly made by man.
I very much agree, my friends. But so far, none of us has an explanation.
Oh, it's just water.
All we know for certain is that her glassy eyes shed tears when you move her from warmth into cold.
Because the
Like a
glass,
plant at sunrise.
the glass has the water, and
Like
then,
dew.
and then it goes down in the cold.
The only difference is the surface. That's all.
I think you may be onto something.
Am I? Of course, I had no intention of disturbing your conversation. But if you can find out why there's dew gathering on a plant, you may understand why that woman is so weepy. So, who wants a cup of tea?
I'll have some.
Your daughter is quite something, Rashid. A scholar in her own right.
I know. I'd rather she wasn't. It would make marrying her off so much easier.
Oh, I'm certain that won't stay a problem for long.
Maybe the dew originates from invisible water in the air. Water that stays hidden when it's hot.
Three months later, I think is what it said.
The pilgrim trails across France converged at Osterbat in the foothills of the Pyrenees. There, the group of 20 or so pilgrims who had been travelling alongside me since I'd left Tours swelled to about 70. Some were prosperous citizens, some probably on the run from justice, a few drunks, and several monks and clergymen. Several languages were spoken, including Flemish, a German tongue, and a southern French language called Oc. Nevertheless, there was no lack of communication among them, and as we crossed the Pyrenees, they sang, played games, told stories, and in several cases had love affairs. While my baby and I kept mostly to ourselves.
Ganz schön frech, die mit ihrem Kind.
Met child. Oh, all they got was
Hush
that
now.
child.
I'm sorry. He has to cry himself out before he'll fall asleep. It will give you a strong voice one day, won't it? Do you have children?
Richtig dreist. Kann ein Mann nicht einfach mal seine Ruhe haben? Der Weg aus Babenberg war doch anstrengend genug.
Nope. I know none of that.
Tomorrow. Dear Lord, what are you doing? You should get out of the water. It's freezing.
My ring! I lost my ring! Dear Lord, please show mercy.
The cold will kill you.
I can't leave.
She's not... She...
Come back to me. Please come back to me. Where are you? Where did you go?
I found it.
Oh, give it to her. No, no.
Yes! Oh, you are a very kind...
I'm glad I could...
Yes.
Are you getting warmer?
I am, thank you.
I can see this ring is very precious to you.
It was a gift from my stepmother. She thought I would stay forever, but I didn't.
Why did you leave?
Oh, I thought I didn't belong. She always said I was her daughter, but I was sure she was lying. I was so selfish and so stupid. Too stupid to see I really was happy.
Tell me about your stepmother.
She was such a kind woman. So very, very kind.
Maybe you really weren't happy.
I don't know. I was very young and thought I was unhappy because I didn't live close to the sea. But in the end, the sea did not feel the same about me. The cold there made me sick. It took away my sight.
Why didn't you go back?
She had been so angry when I left. So angry and disappointed. She would have never let me return.
Ah, that's why you went on the pilgrimage.
Yes, so that St. James might see my devotion, and I will be united with my mother in heaven. I'm just not as kind as you. Not kind at all.
You're too hard on yourself.
I don't know.
I, too, am trying to make amends with the one man I loved the most. I was told he went straight to Santiago.
You will know soon.
Not soon enough. It's still 4 weeks till I get there.
He'll be there, I'm sure of it.
I hope so. I just feel that with every day that passes, I'm losing him a bit more. And that the only thing I can allow myself still to hope for is not love, but forgiveness.
I understand.
Hey, hush now. Not long now and our journey will be over,
Santiago. We can remember.
The woman's name was Alba. She came from a small town somewhere in Catalonia. I quickly got used to her constantly feeling out for her stepmother's ring and the sad guilt that would always follow in her milky eyes. I wasn't sure if she appreciated my company, but I couldn't leave her on her own either. By the time we reached Los Arcos, she'd stopped talking, while I kept on dropping a kind word here and there to let her know I was still by her side. Alba believed herself to be of weak mind and body, and yet she walked the Camino with a strong sense of purpose that willed her onward. It made me wonder about what I'd told her about my own journey. Did I hope for love, or was I really traveling because I needed him to forgive me? But what was there to forgive? My decision to marry Alfred had been in the best interest of the people of Shiring. It was a sacrifice I had to make to stop the evil reign of William Hamley. These questions had haunted me for a long time now. But if I really was going to see Jack soon, it was time to make up my mind. Around Lyon, the path began to gradually turn uphill. It was only 2 more weeks till we'd reached Santiago. The baby was in a good mood, and so, surprisingly, was Alba. After Astorga, the trail got more difficult. Alba became slower and slower, and we had to rest more. She became quiet again. The strain on her old body grew, and she worried that she might not be able to reach the end. Still, we managed to push onward. The next morning, she refused to get up. Her breathing was disturbingly shallow, and she hardly noticed me touching her forehead. Everything hurts, she said, and urged me to continue without her. Of course, I stayed with her. I brought her food and water and sat by her side. But day after day, her condition grew worse. She kept on urging me to go, to find Jack.
Okay.
I was about to leave when a monk stopped me. He urged me to stay at least for another day, and feeling that he was right, I remained. I'd hardly known her. And most of the time, she'd tried to push me away, as if she considered herself a nuisance that slowed me down and who didn't deserve company. It wasn't until a few moments before she died that, for the first time, she smiled at me, and I like to believe that she saw me smile back. I still like to believe that here, in this unlikely place, dying next to a near stranger, she'd found a moment of serenity and happiness, but she'd not reached Santiago. When I left, that thought still haunted me. To see that a journey could come to an end so suddenly. But what would be different if she had reached Santiago? Could she have been disappointed by what she found?
Yeah. At least we stayed with her and stuff. You know, you should really stop picking up strangers. You seem to kill them a lot. It's just like
After
being
months
together.
of hard travel, the child and I finally reached Santiago de Compostela. In the evening, we attended Mass in the great cathedral, then started to roam the town looking for my dear Jack. It was almost dawn when finally a priest pointed me to an inn close by. I'm looking for a man who likes to read a lot.
E logo anda sempre cun libro en riba.
Have you seen anyone like that?
Pero, por que levas un libro en riba? Basta escangallar co peso.
She doesn't even understand that I'm looking for a person yet.
You speak Spanish? I can't talk to you.
Buenos dias.
Sinto...
No. I was told a friend of mine, a red-haired Englishman called...
Eu só che falo en...
Francais? I already tried that. No one has... She doesn't even understand...
Oh, que...
Sí. Have you seen his father, Jack Jackson?
Ven sendo
What?
é un peregrino.
Oh, no. He's not a pilgrim.
Entón que...
He's a mason.
Ai, mal rai...
Let me show you something. He's a mason.
Ah,
Sí, sí,
por aquí non me podería...
Oín falar dun masón que dis que se dedica a traducir libros en Toledo.
Yes, Jack.
Non sei cal será o seu apelido, pero... Ben é certo que non chai moitos masóns rubios aos que lles guste ler. Se tan desesperada está, por que non vai a Toledo a comprobalo por si mesma?
Entón, marchou para Toledo.
He went to Toledo.
A Toledo marchou, sí.
Di que o teu Jack
All right, so Gracinia, I just pray that I...
No. Damn, I'm going across the entire French country. And it's been at least a year since I left. Okay.
Buenos dias. Parlez-vous français? English?
Of course. How may I help you?
I was told a man named Jack Jackson lives in this house.
Who told you this?
A group of scholars living at the edge of town. They said he used to translate old scriptures about mathematics before he moved here.
Please wait here. I will talk with Master Rashid.
Okay. What can I do? I mean, I guess just wait. Am I supposed to be in this already? It's been like 3 minutes. They really don't care about their guests, do they? assuming I need to, like, break shit or something, because no one's coming for me. It's been, like, 5 days. You guys are awful. You need new servants. Okay. Oh, hey. Jack's thing.
It's his.
What else can we look here? I'm assuming that was it. There we go. Now everyone's out.
Oh, there you are. May I ask who let you stroll around our house?
I was asked to wait here.
Yes, my servant told me already. My father's not here at the moment, so you'll have to make do with me. Unfortunately, I must disappoint you. There's no one called Jack living in this house.
Oh.
Maybe he took a different name then.
I'm sorry, but this is not easy for any of us. I think you should know that Jack and I are promised to each other. Maybe we should go inside. The sun's burning, and my mother doesn't need to hear us.
Down.
Jack told me about you. You are Aliena. You're the one who rejected him and married his stepbrother. And now you want him back.
I'm sorry. I didn't know he was engaged to someone else. It's not my intention to cause you two any trouble.
He always said that he had come here to find out about his family. But instead, he found out about everything else. About philosophy, mathematics. When he and my father met, it was love at first sight. They studied together and made great plans. But in the end, Jack would always start talking about his cathedral again, his great church he would build one day. Rib vaults and pointed windows. He'd ramble on about it for hours and stare up at that ceiling. We three sat here for hours and talked, and then in the evenings it would be just the two of us. So many strange ideas about the future. Some barely more than silly dreams. Others almost in arm's reach.
Well, where is he now?
Well, he's not here anymore. My father had offered him work as a master builder here in Toledo. He would have been well off and free to spend his evenings under vaults like this, with me as his wife.
Why do you weep?
But in the end, he refused.
Why?
Tell me, did you really marry his stepbrother?
It was a mistake. I know that now. I did it to fulfill a promise I'd made to my father. I thought I had no choice. I didn't want to hurt him. Believe me.
I do. You know, he left me because of you.
Let's go! That's embarrassing.
Even after all you did to him, he couldn't let go. You can be glad that you ran into me and not my mother. She was enraged when he left.
I'd imagine.
He can have that effect on people.
You guys and your arranged marriages.
But apart from that, we made our peace with him. Father even gave him one of his favorite pieces of his collection as a parting gift.
Where?
A small wooden statue with stone eyes in exchange for his slingshot.
Oh, I see.
Would you mind telling me where he went?
He went to Paris to work on the Cathedral of Saint-Denis. He said he never found out about his father, so there was no reason to stay down here anymore.
Paris?
Yes.
Jack, stop running
If you find him
around.
there, tell him I don't miss him.
Oh.
Thank you, and all the best to your family.
Thank you. What is the child's name, by the way?
Well, he has none yet. I wouldn't name him without Jack.
Isn't that a bit silly?
Maybe. But he's his son as well as mine. It's his right to have a say in it too.
Then off to Paris. That baby needs a name.
He will get one. Thank you.
Jonathan. Fuck. Jack, you make me run all over the goddamn place. Jesus, look how far I have to walk. Oh my god. Where do I get kidnapped?
I travelled back along the Way of St. James, passing through Astorga, Lyon, and Burgos. I crossed the Pyrenees, revisiting Bordeaux, Angoulême, Poitiers, but never stayed longer than one night. The closer I came to Paris, the stronger my old doubts and fears resurfaced. If Jack really was there, what was I to say to him? I'd pull him very, very close, wishing for all the wounds to heal as quickly as they could.
Holy shit. God, it's been like almost 2 years. Jesus. Oh, horrible, man.
There. Are we awake then? You almost missed... Look at these colourful windows.
There he is.
Look at the light.
Damn, this place is huge. What are you gonna do, Jack?
Ali,
We came to see you, Jack.
we... Is he...
He is your son.
My son?
Do it. Do the thing.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Ali, where do we go from here?
Wherever we go, I want to go with you.
Will you marry me?
Yes. Okay.
Both of you?
Don't marry the son.
We will.
Don't marry the son. That's weird.
We stayed in Paris as husband and wife. And our son, Tommy. The days went by quickly. Jack had learned much working as a builder in Saint-Denis.
We named him
Days became
after
months.
the builder.
Then after a year, we both grew restless.
Jesus.
Where can we go from here? We asked ourselves again.
Just stay.
We both confessed that we wanted to see our families, our friends. And then we knew where we wanted to go.
Back the fucking
Home.
Yep.
Even if it was in shambles.
Who owns probably the entire country? Why?
We need to hurry. The ship to England will leave soon.
What's going on here?
Whatever it is, if the crowd doesn't clear up, we'll miss our ship.
Oh, yeah. Stone who? What's happening?
Do you know what's going on?
Oh, chaos. I can't get these people to calm down. God knows I tried.
What happened?
The jongleur told the crowd a few stories. Then he sold people some miracle charms, but it was just fairy tales and painted stones.
Well, it always is.
I know, but I'd need a real miracle to calm them down now. Otherwise, they'll rip him apart.
Excuse me?
What's going on here?
He's a thief. He told us lies and stole our money.
But isn't that just a simple jongleur?
That poor man. We need to help him.
I mean...
Oh, he doesn't like...
Neither do... She doesn't do anything yet, but if I stood with her where it's colder... You see? It's...
Your friend Rashid must...
Look! What's going on? The Holy Mother. She's crying.
Revere the Holy Mother, for she has blessed us with a sign from the heavens. Cease your doings right now, and witness the miracle.
It's true. Lord in heaven. Why is she crying?
She weeps for your sins. What has this man done to you that you would treat him like a wild animal?
He tricked us and took our coin.
And you would kill him for your own foolishness. The Holy Virgin weeps, for you are not living by the word of God.
It is the Mother of God.
Forgive us, Holy Mother.
Where did she come from?
She was given to me by a scholar in Toledo. We think she cries because...
Jack, don't!
It's a miracle!
A miracle. A miracle.
Yes.
Listen to what he has to say. The Holy Virgin has chosen this young family to protect her. Tell us all where you are headed.
Her destination is beyond these waters. In the small town of Kingsbridge, in the earldom of Shiring. There she wants to rest.
Kingsbridge?
Where's that?
Hail Mary!
Make way for the Holy Virgin!
Hallelujah!
Make
Make Robert well.
Huh?
Blessed Mary, let my daughter conceive.
Give us a good harvest.
They're donating to ask for her blessing.
Oh. The weeping Madonna shall hear your prayer. And with your donations, I shall build her a new shrine at Kingsbridge, a cathedral.
It's you.
Who's me?
Who do you mean?
You. The red-haired ghost.
Me? A ghost?
He doesn't look dead.
My husband is very much alive. I've known him since he was 12 years old.
But he drowned. By God, you drowned. 24 years ago.
Huh?
On the White Ship. My poor son. My Jacques.
His name was Jacques.
Jacques Cherbourg.
Jacques Cherbourg.
So he was French. Interesting. What about Grandma? Fella! How you been?
So much has grown. But there are no roots, no herbs.
There's nice flowers.
What are you looking at, Jonathan?
The garden is in disorder. I want it to be right again, but I don't know how to do it.
Before I became prior, I thought the same about Kingsbridge.
Well, what did you do?
I cleaned up.
Where do we start?
Some plants are weeds and must go before we can plant new seeds.
What are weeds?
They take away what the other plants need to grow. Light, water, room.
Talking about that.
What do we do?
Pluck them. They look a lot like every other plant, so you need to learn how to tell them apart. Here, you see those? They're called wood sorrel. Let's pluck only those for now.
I'll do it.
If you insist.
Please don't make a certain action for that.
Make sure to pull out all of the thin roots.
And now what do I do?
For plants to take root, the soil must be loose and fertile.
So, may I dig now? Done. What's next?
Stay here. I'll be right back.
From garlic.
Now, where did you put them?
Something like Cuthbert
here they
and
are.
Elias had.
You always said you wanted to plant these seeds and make a new garden, Elias.
Okay.
I think it's about time.
So Milius could have survived. Huh. Interesting. I don't know how
What did you bring?
Save them.
Do you remember Milius? A kind man with a warm smile. Well, he told me to give you this.
Wow.
This camera angle's weird. This Milius is going to show up.
Now we just have to wait.
And put water
All right.
This is such a weird camera. I don't understand why I'm looking down forward.
How long?
Too long for us to keep sitting here.
That long.
Some things take time. And only with patience will you receive your reward.
Yeah, a lot of people don't do that.
Why do we have to do all these things if all we had to do is wait?
Simply waiting would not have been enough, Jonathan. You just paved the way for things to take their course. They are happening right now. And in a few days' time, we will return and see the first green leaf of something new.
Oh. Is it God's reward?
Maybe
Does he make things grow?
you
No. I just planted the seed.
Now you can fetch some water from the rain barrel.
But that water's smelly. It's been there forever. There are many trees by the river. I bet that water's better.
That's a longer walk, though.
I don't mind. The distance is worth it.
Maybe you're right. It is worth it. Let's walk together then.
But I'll carry the bucket.
Weird camera angle for that one.
Why isn't Vinicius holding the sermon? What's gotten into Philip?
Our church lies in ruins. But all of this, these dire times, have revealed something important to us. Something that, maybe until today, I wasn't aware of.
What do you mean?
God doesn't watch us from above. While you and I have waited for God to make things better, a lot has happened. Hardships and happiness. Yesterday, I heard the choir sing a new chant and was moved beyond words. Today, Jonathan tended to our garden to make it beautiful again. And he told me of things
I almost had forgotten. God doesn't work in the ways we might assume.
Damn.
All good and all evil the scripture tells us about are not out there or in here. They are within each of us. God made us in his image. Thus, we carry the godly spark within us. But we have witnessed that man can have the devil in his heart as well. Prayer needs no special place, for we are his church. In our actions, he exists.
We are God's temple.
No man is closer to God than any other man. Whether you pray in church or on the streets of our towns, whether you're a man, woman, monk, or bishop.
Philip, look outside. You have to see them. You've got to see the horses and the colours.
Uh-oh.
Jonathan. Now, what's going on?
I heard noises and I went to look.
Calm down. What happened?
But the priest said they brought a miracle.
Who? What? What priest?
Step right up, brothers and sisters. For you are about to see something that will change your life.
Is this a carnival?
Who is that?
This is a carnival.
They brought us a miracle.
A miracle?
Don't be shy. There is no danger, just awe that awaits you here. Ah, you must be Prior Philip.
Who the fuck are
I am Brother Reynold. I have been sent by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Here is his letter, in case you have reasonable doubt.
I have a shit ton of doubts. What? Philip of Kingsbridge, I hereby implore you to accept the grace of the weeping Madonna, for she has chosen Kingsbridge as her shrine. After the rumors of a miracle had come to my ears, I called for the procession to see me. I then saw it with my own eyes. She is real. I have claimed the miracle for England and had intended to retain her in Winchester. The Gardens of the Madonna have convinced me otherwise. They have come to England only to support the rebuilding of Kingsbridge. You have my blessings, Philip of Kingsbridge. I expect to restore your priory to be worthy of the Holy Madonna. We got a scholarship, boys!
We've been charged to accompany the Weeping Madonna. She is to replace the loss of your relic, Saint Adolphus the Martyr, who was taken from you, I hear, with brute force.
What?
Wait, she won't be weeping, though.
On her travel from far away Africa, she has collected donations to reward Kingsbridge for your faith in her and in the Lord.
I can't believe this. What is all this?
You do believe. That is why she came. And that is why you shall witness her miracle for yourself today.
She's not gonna be crying.
The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa.
What country did you say you came from?
We have traveled all the way from a place the far away.
Africa has many.
Yes. I knew not her powers or destination.
If what you brought us comes...
Indeed. Many bore witness to her miracle. Before it dawned upon me. She wanted to go home. But where? It came to me in a dream. It was Kingsbridge.
Nice savings. I can't. Okay.
But I wondered, what shrine should be her shelter? This time, it was the Madonna herself who answered my questions. She said, You shall build me a new church in Kingsbridge. So we set off, with the blessing of Archbishop Theobald of Canterbury. And along the road, from Paris, across Normandy, over the sea, and all the way to Kingsbridge. Devout Christians have given money for the building of the Church of the Weeping Madonna. This Church of Kingsbridge. The Weeping Madonna has chosen you, all of you. I will tell you again, dear brothers and sisters. The Weeping Madonna has chosen you, all of you. I will tell you again, dear brothers and sisters.
If what you brought us... excuse me, don't interrupt.
You heard me correctly. It was a long journey. Shh! You must wonder, why was Kingsbridge chosen to be the home of the Holy Virgin?
What's it like in...
The sun? It's
like these...
They... And I will tell you again.
You mentioned there were fig trees in Africa. What...
It's, 8. The script... No 2.
I'm getting the impression that this... But why would he not?
You must be thinking, how can he be so sure? I knew not her powers or destination.
That's not fit for a shrine. And I think there's something strange. Nothing sacred.
You again. She is a true miracle that will change your life as she changed mine. Many bore witness to her miracle. She wanted to go home, but where? It came to me in a dream. It was Kingsbridge. You heard me correctly. It was a long journey.
Why are you
The
hiding?
Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa.
Don't you
A
want...
baptized Saracen was her former guardian. And I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin were chosen
I have to go.
to take...
A Saracen?
And I will tell you... Can you... You... The Madonna knows. The Virgin Mother... Kingsbridge has endured... Prior James left you before... Your old...
How do you know that?
And your new... You have...
Dada!
All of you have lost husband.
Dada!
All of you know how it is to be hungry and afraid. But you... She will weep for you. And... For she knows how it is to lose a son and feel like God has abandoned you.
Philip. But this... A miracle, isn't it? Or something along those lines. But we thought it was...
The boy?
Well, do you recognize him?
Tommy? It's been almost... Where on earth?
I'd almost given up.
And you decide...
Well, this is our home.
Then, what?
With the Madonna, we went for your priory.
Really?
We can start a new...
What's the...
I'll get to be my... Why? I've studied the cathedral's church. I saw how different they're with new shapes. Oh, you should have seen it. They combined... I want to do...
Why?
Because this...
What you're doing is selling the... This is a harmless... There is no such thing as a...
It serves the same purpose.
Our show...
And she can weep.
You want to sell something...
The church does the same.
You said... Yes, I said that it was not... But it works, doesn't it? Ah.
Jack, you came back.
We wanted to see...
How are you?
I need a second save!
Tommy.
How has Alfred left? Richard shows up every now and Ellen...
We need to visit her.
What's wrong?
I'm glad you're...
I am too.
She looks like she's about to cry. She will weep for your suffering. She knows your pain.
What now?
The miracle.
Her eyes are wet.
Her
Look at her.
You know, that's gonna ruin
made
it.
of wood.
That's gonna ruin it at some point.
Why are you weeping? She is mute ever since her husband died.
The Madonna has suffered as I have. She understands.
Yeah?
It seems through her faith, Mary has...
We can't keep trying to repair things up, but we can't afford to hire help without all. But
yes,
it is time. I'm not willing. Don't you remember? Mine. I remember. And still, you put your trust. Philip, why in God's name they're tricking us into giving them? They are giving up. So that we'll place. Do you approve of this? No. The Madonna is a trick, but the people have already decided. Did you not see what happened to Mary? I saw. I'm warning. I cannot support a prior. Your threat, no matter how unconventional. You made your decision, Philip of Gwynedd. I resign.
Move on. Okay, so Remigius is going to join the mission of my own. I need to leave in fucking 5 minutes. I need to find a stopping point, and the game is not allowing me to.
You got so big, Tommy. And you're... Don't let him fool you. Usually...
Yeah, come on, guys. Get a stop to the dialogue. Please.
Tom would have been proud of you.
What?
Of both of you.
Is she still Tom's wife?
Oh. Martha and I moved her to King's.
Oh, that's good.
She's with Tom. He always wanted that. Ellen, in Sher...
The place he came from.
What were they like?
They were good people.
Yeah.
His grandmother said... He does. But...
They thought he was dead. His ship sunk.
Have you ever heard of, the King's family?
My father was... He was the only one who...
Not for long.
You told me that he was accused of stealing a child.
Yes, but I heard the story and had to find out what he looked like. He told me his name. I fell in love. I helped him escape. But in the end, they caught up with us. What happened then? They hanged him.
Yeah.
I was there. And you were there, Jack. But you weren't born yet. He was led to the gallows. Everyone was quiet. The people somehow knew he was not a thief. But I knew for sure. He told me. He was so afraid. He didn't want to die. I didn't want him to die. And I prayed. Then I heard his voice. Quiet.
Sang sweeter than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey, the lark his freedom net.
Oh, Jesus.
No! No!
You said that 3 men were responsible for Father's death.
Who were they?
The Sheriff of Shiring, Percy Hamley, Prior James of Kingsbridge, and Archdeacon Waylaran Bygod. They showed no mercy. Neither did I.
So you killed James.
I curse you! All of you! He will return to haunt you! One day, you will be judged for what you did. Your houses shall be consumed by fire.
Okay, so you are.
Your life shall end in pain and agony. You shall grow old in sadness and regret.
So I'm assuming the old guy died of old age. Prior James died by falling in the ice for some reason.
The people they killed will return to haunt them. I promise.
Ellen, I need to get to math class, and you are not helping. Let me save.
We welcome our new Prior Remigius.
Okay, I have to stop. I literally can't. I have to stop, guys. I don't have time. I want to thank you all so much for watching, but I gotta go.